Which one's better?
North Port.
Or Venice?
We're each going to vote on 12 different categories.
Entertainment, food, cost of living, traffic, crime, schools, jobs, diversity, housing options, family, retirees, and young adults. So is it better for families? Which one is better? Retirees, young adults. Ready?
Yes, let's go.
All right, first one, entertainment. 1, 2, 3.
Venice, yes.
I think it's pretty clear for me.
Yeah.
But you know what? Every time we go through North Port, I'm like, man, there's actually, like, especially in Tamiami, there's actually a lot of stuff to, you know, shopping, restaurants on the sides of the roads. So maybe part of it is just that we don't spend as much time doing those things in that area, that we're maybe a little swayed. But
I think even then, Venice still has a lot more to do just because, like, we have the downtown area, the beaches, a lot of different parks. North Port has different parks as well, and the Warm Mineral Springs is also there. The Aquatic Center, which I believe there are 2 in North Port.
And the Atlanta Braves and Welland Park. So this is always a big argument. Yeah, it's kind of both. It's right in between both. A lot of the addresses are going to be Venice addresses. North Port handles a lot of the utilities. So that's neither here nor there. I guess the point is it's equal distance depending on where you live, because most of North Port is on the other side of the river, or at least what, you know, would be part of, like, feels like it's part of the city. And yeah, jetty we've got in Venice, and the pier, yeah, all that kind of stuff.
And all the little shops downtown. And I mean, North Port has a lot of shopping down Tamiami Trail, but
it's mostly chains.
Yeah.
Before we get to the second category, if you're looking to buy or sell a home in the Venice or North Port area,
make sure to call, text, or email us. I am a local realtor here, 941-221-1897.
Call or text at any time. Whether you're looking to move today or in the next few months, we'll always have your back. We hear from people all the time, and we love it. Food. This is actually a tough one for me.
Our favorite.
To make a quick decision. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, Venice. Our favorite crepe restaurant, the Crepe Chef. If you're ever in North Port, check it out.
You know what though?
It's great.
They're technically a Port Charlotte address.
Yeah.
They're right on the edge of what feels like the city of North Port though. But yeah, we're gonna give North Port that one, because that place is great.
Port Charlotte.
Yeah, and I feel like we haven't been to enough places in North Port again to really accurately give a judgment on this. So don't take our word for this completely on this one. We live in Venice, so we've eaten in a lot more places in Venice.
Remember that pizza place we went to in North Port?
That was really good.
That was really good. The Crepe Chef, it's also very, very good. But yeah, other than that, we haven't really been to many.
Yeah.
Other than like chains.
Yeah. They have a Moe's.
Yeah.
That's a good chain that we don't have in Venice. So, you know, again, like, it's gonna be different strokes for different folks on that, you know, with food. But
yeah, that's true.
You know, and just some people like chains, some people don't. Some people like, you know, Mexican, some people hate Mexican, some people like Thai. So it just depends. I feel like we're about equal as far as the amount of chains we each have.
I think North Port has a little more.
Probably I give them a slight nod. I think we have a little more local mom and pop shops. Variety, I think North Port might have a little bit more as far as like different kinds of cuisine, like from different parts of the country or the world.
So North Port might be better. We just need to check it out.
Yeah. Okay, next one. Cost of living. 1, 2, 3. We both know that we're gonna vote North Port easy.
Yes.
No brainer on that.
To give you some perspective on North Port is a more rural city, while Venice is a beach town. So the beach, being closer to the beach, is going to bring your prices up a little more.
Yeah, and you're more inland with North Port, so more house for your money, a lot more newer homes, I'd say, in North Port. More yard, for your money. So all that, definitely cost of living is better on that side of things. I mean, your home payment's probably gonna be your biggest one. Next category, traffic.
North Port?
I think North Port's way better for traffic.
Oh, better, yeah.
Well, which one you're voting on? Which one has more?
More, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, North Port does get pretty busy on Tamiami during like the rush hours, but they've got enough lanes to keep things moving pretty well. I never feel like it gets overly congested, clogged up, or you have to sit at a light and wait for it to turn green twice before you can go. That will happen in parts of Venice during season, especially during spring break.
Yeah, and I mean, North Port also has a lot of snowbirds too, but it's just, I think the infrastructure, more lanes, more fast-moving traffic.
And I think also just the setup of the city, which kind of spoil my answer for a future question here, but there's more houses, less condos and buildings where people are stacked up on top of each other, and then when you put them all in cars, then that congests the roads, right? You just don't have as much of that North Port because the lots are bigger, so, and the houses are spread out, so there's just less density of people, so less traffic because of that. Okay, crime. Yeah, which is better? 1, 2, 3.
Venice.
Slight nod to Venice.
And it's not by much, honestly. Again, North Port, it's a rural city, pretty quiet, and it is bigger than Venice, so I think that's probably why there's a little more crime.
Yeah.
Not that it's dangerous by any means.
Yeah, and I'm basing, personally for me, this just more on like what I've, like word of mouth and things I've heard from people or seen in Facebook groups and things like that. Again, not that we've never seen like, oh, this happened in Venice, because stuff does happen in Venice on occasion too. Just I feel like there's a little bit more I hear from North Port.
And I've never felt unsafe being in North Port either.
No,
it's not like
not.
that kind of a city either.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's very rural, so because of that, it's just, yeah, it doesn't give much of that vibe like, ooh, I shouldn't be down this road. You never really get that anywhere there.
Yeah.
Okay, next is schools.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Venice?
Yeah.
Slightly, I think.
Slight. Again, we did the Venice versus Sarasota video. It depends which will come out first, this video or that one. But yeah, it's a similar thing there. I feel like we just know more kids or people that have kids that are in schools in Venice. So because of that, we're maybe a little bit biased or just...
We know a little more.
Yeah, exactly. We're a little more sure of Venice's schools.
North Port, it's in Sarasota County as well.
Yeah, and we've heard that North Port schools are very good overall too. Yeah. Don't think they're terrible either. I think they're probably pretty good from ratings that we've seen online. You know, the word of mouth that we have heard, it seems like it's still very, very good schools in that city.
So because kids are going to a smaller school, it brings that sense of safety and community, while North Port's like high school, it's what I'm referring to, North Port High School, it's a lot bigger than Venice, so a lot more kids, and again, a lot of younger families, so it's going to maybe feel a little bit, not unsafe, I don't think.
Just a little bit more to handle.
Yeah,
a little bit more to tackle, yeah. Just more people, more stuff happens, just like being in a bigger city, more stuff happens. Jobs. 1, 2,
This is tough.
3.
Venice.
I'm gonna give a slight nod to Venice.
And I think the reason why, for me personally, is the Amazon warehouse.
Yeah.
And also all the restaurants that we have. A lot of service jobs. We have Sarasota Memorial Hospital.
More tourism too.
Tourism, yeah. While North Port, it does have a little bit of that service industry, but it's not as big.
North Port is getting I think it's a Sarasota Memorial Hospital coming.
Yeah.
So once that comes, that will help, you know, balance the scales a little more. But yeah, I think the Amazon warehouse is a big one, because I feel like that's a job for a lot of people that, okay, like just down here in Florida in general, a lot of service-based industry, tourism. Obviously, Venice has a little bit more tourism because of the beaches and stuff. Healthcare, and then, you know, construction, you know, home repairs, you know, skilled trades, education. That's most of Florida. But then, like, for people that maybe had, you know, were a truck driver or had a factory job, Amazon kind of is somewhat similar to that. So the Amazon warehouse can kind of fill a little bit of that need, even though it's just one place, but it is a pretty big place. I mean, Amazon's no small company. Okay, let's talk diversity. 1, 2, 3.
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to North Port slightly.
Yeah.
Just again, back to like the restaurants. I mean, just because you have like a Thai restaurant doesn't mean it's a more diverse city, obviously. But usually, if you have a Thai restaurant, that's because, you know, Thai people decided to start that restaurant, or, you know, Chinese or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you'll have like, you know, an American person start those restaurants too, but generally that's not what happens. So that tells me, 1, that there's a crowd of people that want that kind of food, which might be Thai or Indian or whatever the kind of food is, and also people like me that just like that food. But 2, yeah, I mean, it takes people to run those restaurants, and just, yeah, I don't know, I feel like there's a little bit more, and there's a big Ukrainian population in North Port as well. Not that, again, none of that's in Venice, but I just feel like overall,
it's bigger, yeah.
It's bigger, it's more spread out, and there's just more diversity in types of people overall.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And I've seen a few churches in North Port too that were like, I think one was like I think that one might have been in Venice. It was like a Korean church, which I was like, wow, we got enough a population of Koreans in Venice to have a Korean church. I think it was Venice, but I know there's a Ukrainian church in North Port and a couple other ones
There's
too,
a couple in
were
North Port.
like clearly defined as being like this nationality type church. So there you go. Housing options. 1, 2, 3.
Venice?
Easily. For the types of different.
Types, yeah, I guess. I was thinking more what you get for your money. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give North Port the nod on that for sure. But as far as options,
There are a couple mobile homes
they have definitely, yeah.
and apartments.
I think Venice and North Port are probably pretty even on mobile home 55
Venice
plus
has
communities.
more.
It's pretty close though.
I don't know.
And
Venice has more.
North Port has obviously more freestanding homes with a big yard. There's more options for that, but they do exist in Venice. Plus we got a lot of villas, a lot of gated communities, townhomes. There are gated communities in North Port too, but not as many. You start talking about Welland Park again. Yeah, okay, if you're saying that's North Port, then yeah, maybe you could say North Port has more condos, apartments, especially, yeah, and then the Welland Park area. But again, I just feel like you can't really give that area to Venice or to North Port. It's just kind of its own thing.
Yeah,
and it's equally distant from either of them, if you're including South Venice as part of Venice anyway.
I agree with that.
So yeah, but I'm still gonna give the nod to Venice, just more villas, townhomes, condos than North Port has.
Yeah, no, I agree with that
And
too.
apartments. Okay, which is better for families? 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, North Port.
And that was really close for me.
Yeah. I
feel-
mean, Venice is great, but I feel like most of the younger population is in North Port. Younger families are in North Port.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with that, and also just the coming back to the housing. You know, being able to get more space, a bigger house for your money, a newer house for your money, a bigger yard. That's a lot of the sort of things I think a lot of families would like. That being said, some people maybe want a little bit more of a city-ish life. I feel like Venice could provide a little bit more of that, and the sense of community in Venice, I feel like might be a little stronger.
Yeah, I think so.
So that's what made it hard for me to definitively pick North Port over Venice, but I'm gonna give North Port the nod pretty somewhat decisively, somewhat clearly. Okay, which is better for retirees? 1, 2, 3.
Definitely Venice. I mean, North Port's great as well, but again, it is younger, more families. Venice, it's known as a retiree city, and retirees and snowbirds typically come to Venice.
And I just say for a lot of retirees, there's not as much to do in North Port. Like a lot, you know, you think about a lot of the things like that you can do in Venice that are like entertaining, quote unquote, but they're super light and relaxing, like going to the jetty, going for a bike, going on walking trails, going to Sharky's on the pier, or going on the fishing pier.
Downtown.
Yeah, like the shops and the restaurants in downtown. Like a lot of that stuff is super retiree friendly. I feel like if you can't get around well, or if you do want to be more active, we have a lot as well. But
And Northport doesn't have a downtown, so it makes it a little more tough for those activities to be like here in Venice. It's like it's easy because everything is in the downtown.
to make the case though a little bit for Northport, I feel like, again, more house for your money, or maybe cheaper cost of living even if you decide to go to the 55 plus retirement, mobile home community type thing. And yeah, there's still a lot of retirees in Northport too. So there's definitely some pros to Northport as well. And some people like the super quiet, more kind of rural feel of Northport. So it just depends, I think. The next category, young adults. So we're talking like in this, like, someone like about 16 to 25-ish, not married, not in a family, or just got, career minded, or just younger, wants to get out, that kind of stuff.
This is tough.
Yeah, it's a really hard one. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
I thought for sure you're going to put Northport.
I was. And then I changed my mind because I feel like Northport's great for families, but if you're a 16 to 25-year-old, you would want more things to do, and I feel like Venice has a lot more things to do than Northport. Again, having the beach, having the downtown, having all the parks that we have around town, it's going to be a lot better and better access as well as jobs for the older kids.
Yeah, and so this is like some of the other ones too. I feel like it was tricky because I feel like neither is maybe the most ideal for a lot, you know what I mean? Like, there's going to be other cities that I think most young adults would prefer, but that's not to say, there's some people that are going to love Venice and this is exactly what you want, or Northport or whatever. But I just think in general, most people at that age, I don't think either city would really, completely fit what they're looking for. But again, that's not everyone. So that's not us saying like, hey, if you're 16 to 25, you're going to hate it here because maybe you'll love it here. I don't know. I don't know what you like to do. I'm not you, okay?
If you're looking to buy or sell a home in the area, make sure to call, text, or email us. I am a local realtor here, 941-221-1897.
Call or text at any time, whether you're looking to move today or in the next few months. We'll always have your back. We hear from people all the time, and we love it.
If you want to know more about life in North Port, check out this playlist right here.
And if you want to know more about living in Venice, Florida, check out this playlist right here.
Subscribe, turn all notifications on, and
Live breezy.